It's time for Stephen Rick's POTcast.
Hey, fuckers.
Hey, fucker.
What's happening?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hope we don't suck.
Episode 31.
Wow. Who'd have thunk it? I thought I'd be done after 10, but you just keep pushing.
I think we're going to hit a milestone of 500 at some point.
I'm going to be dead before that.
Come on, man. We'll prop you up like Weekend at Bernie's. We'll
All
just
right.
go for a little
All
while.
right. That's fair.
Put your urn there. Just tell Kelly we can still use the carport.
That's true.
Okay.
That's a good backdrop. Somebody was here the other day. Where do you shoot that podcast? Right here. There's their backdrop. What do you think? That's nice.
Wonder how many fans ride through looking for that backdrop in neighborhoods, trying to
There's
find
too
out
many
where you
brick
live.
houses. They all look alike.
What'd you do over the weekend? Anything cool?
Football.
That's right.
I've watched a shit ton of football. There's too much football on. I never thought I'd say that.
Really?
Thursday night, I think the Washington got beat by Green Bay.
Yeah, I saw.
That sucked. They didn't have any Friday games this week. They're allowing high school to have Fridays now. That's generous of the NFL. Then it's college all day long, and then it's NFL all day Sunday and Monday. So,
Are you a Terps fan?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't think we hit college football. Well, we talked about WVU, but
I don't watch too much. I watch the ranked college teams because Maryland hasn't been good for 20 years. West Virginia, which I used to love as a kid, they haven't been relevant for a decade. So I watch the relevant teams that are, the high-ranked teams when they play each other.
yeah. All right. So looking forward to this week, there's some hope for your neuropathy, a chance of some relief.
Yeah, the girl that wrote you, she did reach out and we spoke.
Okay.
And I think she was took more of a holistic approach.
Yeah.
So and when I had both of these numbers, I called her first and then I called this neuropathy center. And I just liked what this doctor had to say, and I figure it sounds more scientific, and I'm going to give it a try. So it's in Reston, Virginia. I have no idea what they're going to do, but I'll keep you posted. If it's anything like the hemorrhoidectomy.
Well, we'll have something to talk about next week for sure.
My ass is bumpless for the first time in 50 years.
So that's a full success.
Fuck yeah. Yep.
Right on.
I know.
Are your shits different?
Oh, yeah. It's just now. You have to go through turns. Then it gets stuck. I have to pull it out of my hand. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man, I do hope they're able to help you to some degree.
I'm
anyways.
excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited about it. I'm hoping. High hopes.
Yeah, technology in medicine is changing every day.
This
you never
is
know.
probably the biggest reason I wanted to stop,
Yeah.
because it's too damn painful to be on that stage jumping off of boxes and doing leaps and
Yeah.
like, ow, ow.
Well, last week we had our first actual guest on, Sullivan Big, and it was quite a success, so we thought we'd keep it going.
You thought,
And,
I don't think.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to keep today's guest a secret from you because
Yeah.
they're physically here.
Right, I can kind of see him out of my periphery.
Yeah. So give us 1 second. We'll bring our guest on and let the audience know who it is.
All right. Oh my God, look who it is.
Brian Damage.
Brian Damage Forsythe, my God. We were just talking when Brian first sat down. I was telling him about my hemorrhoid procedure and how well it worked, because I had suffered for 50 years.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I noticed him, we were walking in New York City making the first album, and my asshole felt like a mosquito bit me. It just itched like, and you couldn't get it to stop itching. And that was the beginning of them. And then they just kept getting bigger and bigger and more. I was telling Brian about my procedure, about that device that went up my ass and wrapped around the hemorrhoid, squeezed off the blood supply, and the hemorrhoid dropped off. I had 4 of them removed. I should probably go back just to let them make sure everything's out, but it was almost painless. So I know you're a sufferer too.
Yeah.
It's just called banding. Look into it. I know I don't have normal hemorrhoids.
Mine are unusual.
Well, thanks for coming in with us,
Yeah,
man.
welcome, Brian.
Lovely weather too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you brought that with you.
I'm wearing
First
my
time
rain
in
hat.
a month. That's a cool hat. You've always been Mr. Style. Although I remember we were at M3 when Rhino Bucket was there, and we were standing on the porch of those trailers before they made the rooms inside, and a band walked by and said, "There's the best dressed guy in all of rock and roll," talking about you, and it's true.
Yeah, you're
It's
a
true.
styling guy. You always have been. I sort of care, but not really. A little bit. Ronnie and Brian were the bookends.
Yeah.
Those two look good. All I had to do was jump and not suck.
No, as you three definitely were the style, had the style,
Well,
without a doubt.
yeah, well, Donnie's style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
What kind of style would you call that?
It was his own style.
Yeah, his own Donnie style. Good call there. And Jimmy was just a Zildjian shirt and chucks. He didn't care.
Until the end.
Nobody
Until
could
the
see
end.
him anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, towards the end, he started getting these zoot suits and stuff, and he was cool.
So a little bit of bad news on your front that's kind of new to the fans is you're no longer in Rhino Bucket.
Yep. I got canned.
That sucks. I don't know who all knows, but I was Rhino Bucket's agent for a year, 2 years, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that's horrible. And they replaced you, or George replaced you with the guy from Shotgun Messiah.
Did you speak with George? I mean, or you just found out through a text or an email?
Yeah.
Email? Yeah.
That was the last I heard from him.
That's kind of a shitty thing to do. A little
It was-
shitty.
It was a little strange. But,
Yeah.
Damn.
But I think there's a lot of factors, and the fact that I moved to Nashville,
Yeah.
so I wasn't there for rehearsal.
Plus, they're not performing all that much anyway right now.
Nah.
So, I don't think you're going to miss it that much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna miss playing the songs
Sure.
and stuff. And
The music was good. You were great in that band.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, but I don't know. I always take things as a blessing in disguise.
There you go. What's next? No, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
That blessing is what's next. Something's coming.
maybe. Yeah.
Something's coming.
For sure. We discussed the bands that had offered Steve the vocalist position. Warrant. What's the guy? Vinny, the guy from Kiss. Vinny Vincent, and then you told me a couple, but one I just found out about was you guys opened, and I think this was before Steve opened for Iron Butterfly,
Oh yeah.
and then they
I have
offered
no
you the
recollection
guitar
of that.
job.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have been before you.
Iron Butterfly.
It was at the Mountain View,
Yeah.
and we still had the
remember
white
that.
curtains. And I think they used our gear. It was horrible.
I never liked them anyway. They had one song
Yeah, they did it twice.
that the DJs would go take a shit on. God, I go take a shit.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, I was telling Rick that after the show, one of the guys in the band, I don't know which guy he was. He wasn't one of the originals, but he came up to me and offered me a job. Wanted to know if I'd want to join Iron Butterfly, and it was embarrassingly bad, and it was at a time when Jason. Remember when Jason kind of lost it for a while?
Jason Chalfont?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you around then?
Towards the end of that.
Yeah. So I just sort of referred the guy to him instead. And then he kind of had to drop the subject.
Just the
Damn.
fact that Iron Butterfly would play the Mountain View. I mean, that's a step down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when Cub Coda did the Mountain View from Smoking in the Boys Room? What was the name of the band?
Brownsville Station.
Brownsville Station.
I don't
And there was nobody there. It was a Monday night. It was beer bash night.
Was I there?
I don't know.
I don't think I remember.
There was nobody there, and there was nobody on the dance floor. So Cub Coda comes off that stage about the big as this table, and he's just out on the floor just trying to get people into it. Nobody cared.
Oh,
Nobody gave
man.
a shit. until he did Smoking in the Boys' Room. Then people got up and danced, like 2 girls and some fat guy.
So that was probably before Motley Crue covered it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Way before.
And I guess Coda is the lead singer?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Coda.
The guy with the glasses.
Mm-hmm. He was cool. He could still sing, but nobody cared.
So what is next? Are you looking for another band to join? Are you waiting to get an invitation?
Yeah, there a couple things trickled in here and there, but nothing that I was interested in.
Okay. Well, hopefully somebody's watching this that'll realize you're up for grabs.
I'll vouch for you. He's damn good. He's the best damn guitar player I ever played with.
I know, being in Nashville, I mean, you think, I'm surrounded by musicians, but man, they're so good down there.
Are they really?
Yeah, it's intimidating.
Oh.
Is there a lot of country
But you've got a
artists
very
down there?
unique style, Brian. You just got to find somebody with that kind of style.
Yeah.
Like, what's the band you're into now that you go to?
What, Blackberry Smoke?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, I
that'd be
love
your
them.
perfect band, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they're great. I was getting ready to say they would be perfect for you, but they kind of got somebody, huh?
There's 3 guitar players.
Well, 4, what the hell? What's one more? No, they are great. I like that band a lot.
So I got some questions here, and what I'll do is just ask you both the same question. Some of it's Kicks history, some of it's just about what you're into. So first question is, was there ever a moment when you seriously thought about walking away from music, and what pulled you back, if so? I'll ask you first.
Good answer.
Let me go to
Next.
Steve first.
I mean, not until lately.
Okay.
I've sort of, I don't know, I've kind of lost interest a little, but that's just probably because there's, I haven't found something. But
You had mentioned that you probably might want to open a diner, right?
oh yeah, that's kind of like a little fantasy I have.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Have Jimmy come down as a guest chef.
Man,
It's everywhere.
That's
That's
horrible.
been going on for an hour now.
You think it's because of the rain? The first time
I
it's
don't know.
rained, and that's crazy.
You remember in '95? No, hell, it was later than that. It was earlier than that. I mean, '85 when we did Midnight Dynamite, and we all had the highest hopes for that record. We thought we made a killer record, a killer producer, killer everything. Everything was just all in line. We thought this is the one, and that's when Donnie started to go off. I think that's when he started to go do shit his way. He didn't care what we thought about it. And that's when he used to bring his girlfriend around, and none of us were allowed to bring our girlfriends, like in the van or anything.
Oh, yeah.
But he started bringing his girlfriend, and she was coming along to every gig, and we had to pick her up on this got under my skin like all get out. And I forget what broke the camel's back, but I walked out. I mean, I went in and just told these guys, I'm out of here. I can't fucking deal with this guy anymore. And everybody just goes, well, if you're leaving, I'm leaving. So we basically all quit that day. And Donnie was calling me on the phone, crying like a baby, begging me. He said, we're so close, don't do this to me. It took him about 3 days to talk me into coming back and getting everybody to come back, and he's vowing to change. Do you remember any of this? Or how do you remember it? 'Cause I don't.
I thought I remembered we fired him.
Basically, because we all walked out. He was just being obnoxious and not giving a fuck about any of our opinions or anything, and he was just doing shit to piss us off, and he didn't care. And I just went in and announced to all you guys, you 3, I'm leaving. I can't deal with him anymore. And we all just walked out. So yeah, I mean, in a way, we did fire him,
Wow.
but we walked out.
That's when we had Alex Scott.
Yep. Yeah. And poor Alex, he didn't know what to do with us either.
So who's he? The manager?
Yeah.
He was, at
Okay.
He
the
was
time.
managing the Stray Cats at the time.
Okay. Okay.
And again, big time band, big time manager, big time label, everything just was aligned, and we thought, how can this miss? And it did.
Damn. So when he finally talked you back into bringing him back into the band, did things change?
For a little while.
Yeah, a little while. Yeah.
He
And
knew
then
he
he
had to
went right
hone it in.
back.
He had to reel it in because he knew he was being an ass, but he didn't care. He had us so far under his thumb, he could do anything, and we would take it until we didn't.
Yes.
So I guess you said that was before you made it, so obviously pre-1980.
It was 1985. I mean,
Oh.
we were all gung-ho. We were totally into this band. I mean, I had offers to leave, and I wouldn't leave, and you had offers to leave, and we believed in it. We believed in the direction. We believed in the music. We believed in each other. That was the main thing. Us four got along great. Jimmy, Brian, Mark, and what's his name? Thank you. Yeah, we all got along great. And I think that's what held it together. Us four could lean on each other when things got out of hand from him.
Okay.
So, yeah, we were there for each other. Yeah.
Interesting. I never heard that story before.
Really?
I like it. What do you think the fans will remember more, the songs or the shows?
The shows.
Yeah, probably.
The shows. Because that's what we were known for. We had, I think I've told you this or said it before, we probably had 5, 6 signature songs that we had to do.
Yeah.
Other than that, we didn't have hit songs. We had one song that made it to 11.
Yeah.
Made it to 11. I don't know, Cold Blood and Blow My Fuse probably in the top 40.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. But we didn't have hits. So yeah, people remembered us from our live shows.
Yeah, and usually that's when someone that had never seen us, when they finally see us, they become an instant fan.
Yep. That's why when Sullivan started putting us on these big festivals, our crowd started to really get huge at these things because people were finally getting to see us in our own element and opening up for these other old tired bands.
Yeah.
We weren't tired at all.
Well, his story about the Vegas show that the whole crowd started singing Blow My Fuse, the verses, with you guys. Do you remember that moment?
Well, we did it every show.
Yeah.
But the fact that the promoter didn't think that the crowd would know who we were and didn't think
yeah.
that they would participate like that. And I did it with every crowd. And
Yeah.
that was my specialty, was pulling that crowd in and getting them into our show. And yeah, I always got them to sing. That was part of it. Pull them in. Once you got them in, then you got them.
Yeah.
But if you don't try, if you're a turd and you stand there and you put the microphone out and you don't tell them what to do, you're a turd.
What's your favorite Kicks album and then your favorite song to perform?
I get asked this a lot.
I always say, know your business.
It's like picking a favorite child. But I don't know. I really liked Hotwire when we recorded
The
that.
album?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as far as the song, I don't know. What was the other question?
Your favorite song to perform? Yeah.
I had to say Cold Blood because it's easy and it sounds good every time.
Okay.
I don't have to think about it.
What do you think? What would your answers
My
be?
favorite album? Mine was Blow My Fuse because it gave us our most success. It took us to Japan and England. It took us all over the country. It got us in arenas. It got us on a tour bus. So it's what the album did for us is why it's my favorite. Favorite song? That's a tough one.
To perform, not
To
necessarily
perform.
your
You know
favorite.
what the song that I really loved and it was off of Rock Your Face Off was Wheels in Motion.
Oh yeah.
I like that. That was a fun song to do.
Yeah.
And even when we used to open with Can't Stop the Show, I like that too. I like how each player was introduced one at a time, and it was very, very cool. We were good.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Did you ever forget the lyrics to a song on stage?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
Are you kidding? There's no lead singer alive that will tell you, no, that's never happened. Or he's a fucking liar.
Right.
Or she.
There was one line where you were doing Blow My Fuse. You forgot. You just filled it in with something. It was hilarious. I can't remember what it was now.
I messed that song up a lot. I remember when we used to put the name of the town like at the end of the show. Come on, Seattle, blow my fuse. And one night we were in Eugene, Oregon.
I remember that.
Come on, Eugene, blow my fuse. I think we all turned around and got a giggle out of that one.
Have you ever, forgot in the middle of a song, what was next or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Where you get distracted. You see something out in the crowd. And, oh, holy shit! Look at that.
That's why I don't look out in the crowd.
I know. I shouldn't, but I do once in a while. And when I did, the words would go right out of my head, and I would just have to make shit up until I get back on track.
Luckily, there's two good
Yeah,
songs.
you had Ronnie to cover you.
True.
Yeah.
Was there ever a train wreck on stage, like from mid-'80s on, where you guys had to stop and start over?
Very seldom.
Yeah.
Sure it happened,
Back
but-
in the Donnie day, he wouldn't let. He
No.
said, "Keep going, keep going." But it's better if you just. Stop
Yeah, and you
and
tell the
make a
people,
joke
we
out
just
of it."
fucked up, and we're going to do this song right now.
Yeah.
So if you cover it up with a joke, then it's okay. But Donnie's like, keep going, keep going, keep going.
That could be more disastrous than stopping and restarting.
Yeah, sometimes it was worse. It's
Yeah.
like, we should have stopped.
Like that time at the Cumberland Fair when I picked my guitar up after Dave Toms dropped it, and it was so far out of tune, and I had to start, yeah. And I couldn't stop. I just keep going. And Donnie wanted to fire me for that.
You serious?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was Shiley's, or both.
That was the next day.
Okay, oh, that's right.
And I came to the green box right over there, and I walked in the door, and Donnie was so mad. His lip was trembling, and he goes, "I'm gonna kill you," because I guess he watched a video of it.
We videoed every fucking show.
And he said, "If you make one mistake, you're fired." So then I was like, Shiley's like, "Oh, I gotta play this right." And
That's the shit we dealt with.
And then on the sound check, I found out my Les Paul was actually, the headstock was broken, and that's why it was so far out of tune. It was coming loose.
Wow.
And you couldn't. I still couldn't tell Donnie that's what happened.
He wouldn't hear it. You couldn't tell him anything. One time he was writing, I guess Bob Halligan or one of them up in upstate New York, and he was up there the day before, and we were coming up the next day to do a show. It was a Sunday, and football's on, and he accused us of not picking him up at the airport, being late getting to the airport because we were watching football. But there was a huge wreck on the Tappan Zee Bridge, and we were backed up for hours on this track. You couldn't tell him anything. Even his girlfriend tried to say, "No, Donnie, we were stuck in traffic." Bullshit, you're watching football.
He must be some sort of major manipulator, because I
Oh, he
just
is.
can't imagine you putting up with any shit without telling him to fuck off. And I can't imagine you putting up with too much. I mean, I know you're more laid back, but
He was a master manipulator. A master. He
yeah.
was.
I mean, the stories, I guess you had to be there to really feel it, but the stories you're telling me, I'm waiting for the next line to be, and I told him to go fuck himself, but like, yeah, I guess that never
I
happened.
think Jimmy's the only one that ever did that.
Jimmy never got fired. He's the only one that never got fired. Lucky.
It'd be great to know that he chilled out later in life. And
It
he's a
would.
different
I'd like to
person.
know that he's happy and
Yeah.
could just put this shit behind him, but I know that's not the case.
There's an open invitation for Donnie to join us in person or via Zoom anytime he wants. To see you guys before
I like
it's
to
too
hear his
late.
perspective now, because I know it's going to be, you took my writing vehicle, you did this, you did that, and you suck, and you did that. That's the way he
So
is.
you think it'd be totally out of the question for Donnie to show up and say, "Guys, I knew I was an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just
Never.
not gonna have
Never.
That pipe dream's over."
Ain't getting that genie back in the bottle.
All right.
Law.
It's my eyes. I should have brought my glasses.
You should have your glasses all the time. The hell's wrong with you?
If you could go back to the early 80s and give your younger self some advice, what would it be?
Ask him first.
All right.
Don't make records in New York City. Don't make records in Miami. Don't make records in Los Angeles. Make records in Baltimore. You could have saved a shit ton of money. We actually could have made some money instead of spending it all on record label or studios and places to live. And every time we would make a record, we would spend so much of the budget. There'd be nothing left for the band. We were lucky to get paid a per diem during the recording of the album. So for me, as much fun as it was going to New York City and being at Atlantic Records and being in Miami, as much fun as we had down there, it was a total waste of money. So that's, if I would go back and tell myself, don't do that.
Okay. That was the major debt to Atlantic Records.
Oh, yeah.
Was all the recording.
Yep.
What do you think?
I would tell myself, pay attention. Like I just sort of didn't pay attention.
You mean to the business side of things, or
Business, recording, everything. I just went in and just
did what you was told?
played guitar. In fact, I referred to myself as I'm just the guitar player, kind of thing. And I did, like now, when it comes to recording, I don't know anything. I'm technically challenged.
You don't do Pro Tools or anything?
I try, and most of the time I'll get stuck on something, and by the time I figure it out, the whole inspiration is gone.
I got decent with Pro Tools. I recorded my last solo record pretty much all on Pro Tools, and all I did, I took it to Brad, and Brad took I said, I can't sing like that anymore. So he lifted all the vocals off, and he took some of my rhythm guitar tracks, and I got to play some drums and everything. So, but I learned all that stuff on Pro Tools. But I was down there 8 hours a day, so.
Yeah, I guess it takes practice.
It takes,
I don't have patience for that.
I was only doing it because I was liking what I was recording. Nobody else liked it, but I liked it.
Well, you recorded our demo back in 1997.
No, on a little TAC 4-track.
Yeah,
I remember
it
that
sounded
thing.
pretty good. I mean, it was
They weren't bad.
4 songs, I think, but turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I've never even attempted Pro Tools. I have Logic and GarageBand. and
Logic's about the same thing.
Well, it's kind of like an enhanced version of GarageBand.
Yeah.
But I always end up going back to GarageBand because there's always something I can't get to work.
It is frustrating. I had Mark Shanker every time I'd get stuck. Mark, help. And he would
luckily.
he would come in and take over my computer, you dumbass. No, he would never do that. But no, that was, having him to tutelage was big time.
So are you writing some music?
Now.
Yeah. A little bit?
Yeah, here and there.
Okay.
Not really. I'm just sort of.
I ain't writing shit. I'm tired of writing. Like I say, those 8 hours in the basement for months, I would do that. And I would come back and I would show these guys a song, and I would get nothing. I'd get crickets, and I'm like, fuck. I just spent all this time on this music. That's why when COVID hit, it was perfect. Take
Yeah.
this music that nobody else really wants and just throw it out there. See what happens. So that's what we did. And I was proud of it.
Damn right. That was a good album.
I liked it.
So what I want to talk to you a little bit about, your acting stuff. I mean, a lot of people don't know that you've been in
Oh, you sent me a clip
a
of
few
his.
movies. Yeah. You want to talk a little bit about the movies you were in?
You're not only a guitar player, you're an actor.
Damn right.
I don't know. I think acting's fun. Well, out in LA, it was convenient because
Yeah.
there's always somebody doing something, and yeah, anytime there's an opportunity, I jumped at it.
Are you in SAG?
No,
No. If you were, would you get more gigs?
maybe.
I don't even know what SAG is. Act like I know what I'm
Actors
talking.
Guild.
No, I know, but how do you get in it? Do you have to have a manager? Do you have to have certain credentials?
I think you have to have been in at least one movie, and
That's
then
it?
it's like $1,200 a year or something like that. And I thought about it, but at the time, I guess because Kix was so busy, I was worried that things would come up at the wrong time. Because I used to go to these, this thing they had. Some guy has this, I don't know what you call it, this group of actors and. Well, everyone in the business, like writers, and they'd all meet at this one spot every week? No, it's every month, and exchange numbers and stuff. And I remember talking to an agent one time, and he suggested, well, no, he goes, well, no, if you're not going to put everything you have into it, you're never going to get anything out of it, or one of that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
But one suggestion somebody had was, sign up as a musician, and then if a part comes up where they need someone in the background, just a background guy to look like he knows what he's doing, then I could do that, like that part, that thing in that Lemmy
With Lemmy,
scene. Yeah, I actually learned the song, and yeah.
Well, the clip you sent to me had him in like overalls.
Henry.
Oh,
I'm like-
that's the last thing I did. Yeah.
That's the most unstyled
Right.
I've ever seen him in my life.
Yeah, it didn't even
Bib
look-
overalls with a hat. Hey, man.
Yeah, that was fun. I did that up in Vermont.
In Vermont?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
And that same guy that did that movie, he's doing another series, and he's going to have me in one of the
Yeah?
episodes.
That's
As
cool.
a vampire.
Does it pay or you just do it because it's fun?
Nah, it doesn't pay.
No?
You're going to play a vampire. Well, that's
I
cool.
think that's what it is. Yeah.
That's a far cry from Henry the bib overall guy.
Hey, man.
I saved that outfit just in case he has a follow-up.
You should wear that out sometime.
So you
You
were
and
in.
Shannon go out and put your bibs on.
I'd fit right in Nashville.
That's true. That's true.
So you were in the movie with Lemmy,
Yeah.
and then you were in To Hell with a Bullet, and then this most recent. And is that it? Just those three?
God, there's got to be something else. I'm trying to remember. I'll
Freezing.
No, I feel like you guys.
Yeah.
See? You freeze up on this thing for no reason. I know. I'll watch it back and I'll firing off all these answers and I sit here. I don't know shit.
Well, the part in To Hell with a Bullet, when you look at that guy and say, dude, what the fuck? It's so unlike Brian the
Oh,
Cuss.
I know.
And to hear that part, you said it with conviction, like you wanted to know what the fuck he was doing.
Well, he never
It's
says
good
that
acting.
word, so when it comes out emphatically.
What did he tell you that night at the bar?
Good night, you son of a bitch.
I thought it was
Not
motherfucker.
motherfucker. Good night, you motherfucker. You have no recollection of that because you were hammered.
I remember.
It's when you and Moni lived over up top of us.
Yeah.
And we all would come back for the Mountain View.
It was Jack Daniels and Valiums.
Wow.
I said, night, Brian. Night, you motherfucker. I'm like, what? Was that Brian?
We had some funny times in that house. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Remember that time you still had your big station wagon when we went to the Mountain View, and then you passed out. You passed out, and I couldn't wake you up, and we just went in and went to
Yeah.
bed.
I woke up the next
And
day.
there was painters out there on scaffolding, and you were just, you woke up, and they were looking at you.
Still in the car.
Still in the car. I
You
was
opened-
under a tree at least.
You open the door and stumble out.
Yeah, yeah. I did that to a friend once. My good buddy Pat Noonan. We would close this bar at West Virginia at like 4 in the morning, and there was this little place that we called it the Bippy Palace. Let's go to the Bippy Palace and get some spaghetti or whatever. It was like Hormel chili over pasta, and we would get down there and eat this crap and come back. And I would take him to his house, and he fell asleep from the time we left the restaurant to I got him home, and I could not. I was shaking. Pat, get up! I could not get him up. So I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna have to leave him here. So I go home. He's in front of his house, and there was a church And it's Sunday morning. And everybody's looking at him. He's laying there going, drooling, sweat all over him.
Did you leave him in his yard or something?
No, I left him in my car.
Oh, you left your car
I
in
left
his
my
house?
car in front of his house. Because I was only a block away.
Oh, okay.
But all the church people looking in the car, is he dead?
Wow.
That's funny.
All right, we got time for an email or two.
All right.
Scott Ingram writes, if Donnie Purnell showed up at your doorstep asking for $100, would you let him in, and would you give him the $100?
What's the $100?
Well, it means a bag of weed or something. I don't know.
I wouldn't give him the $100, but I'd let him in.
You'd let him in?
If he was being friendly. I wouldn't want to get
Good point.
punished.
Yeah. Yeah, if he come in and start blazing, calling you names and shit, like, I ain't giving you $100.
So all the shit Donnie's done and the stories you have of him, the both of you is totally fine with him from this point forward. If he were ever to make amends, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, when we weren't working, he was the nicest guy.
Yep.
We hung out with him all the time. Well, not all the time, but
Yeah, I've said on here before, as many things as we said negative about Donnie, the positives far outweighed the negatives
Yeah.
for what he brought into the band, and his contributions were immense. But he had ways that were hard to deal with too, so it was give and take.
Yeah. Would you give him $100?
Yeah, I'd give him $100.
So he's not getting it from Brian, but Steve will give it to him.
It's easy to say.
All right. Doug Forshee writes, when Donnie brought in new songs that were already demoed with all of the instruments, did Donnie play the original guitar parts, and were all the instruments there on the demos?
near the end there was a lot more, but they're a lot more complete. But yeah, Donnie would come up with the basic song on guitar.
Okay.
But
you guys refined it.
right, usually there wasn't a solo, or if there was, we just do a new one.
Make it better.
And a lot of times, early on, it's different near the end. Like when Taylor got involved, it was a lot more complete.
Taylor Rhodes.
But at the beginning, or early on, there'd just be one guitar part, and like Ronnie would learn his part, Donnie's part, and then I'd be allowed to at least come up with an alternate part.
Okay.
But that's as far as.
Yeah, it trickled in the beginning. He would bring in these songs, and he'd write the lyrics, and he would do this little, and I'm supposed to interpret that, like that's what, he sang in this little squeaky falsetto voice, and I had to interpret that in order to put vocals on these songs. That was hard. It was really hard. But then, like Brian said, later on when he started doing demos with Bob Halligan and Taylor, they were more complete. But the downside of that was we lost that little bit of contribution, because everything had to be exactly like they wrote it. You couldn't change a thing. That's the mistake. Yeah, but I like that. That kind of shit.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He wouldn't be open to reshaping anything, or.
No, it had to be exactly like the demo, because he had listened to it, 100 times. So it was embedded in his head, even though we might have a suggestion or two. Don't waste your breath. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah, that's a hard one, because he obviously knew what he was doing. He wrote some incredible songs.
No, he's a great songwriter.
All right, I think we have time for one more. Is that right, Jamie? All right. Dave Dillman writes, in the early 2000s, I had a long talk with Warren DeMartini. The subject of Kicks came up and his face lit up. He told me something very interesting. He said that Steve was his first choice to replace Stephen Pearcy after he left Rat. Was Steve ever approached?
I got a call.
You did?
Yeah, I don't know if it was Warren. Might have been Warren or Bobby. I don't remember which one that called me. And I don't know. That was probably the era of we still had hopes. Blow My Fuse did well. It was, did Blow My Fuse go platinum before we got the White Snake tour?
No,
No?
it went gold.
It went gold, okay.
No, it didn't go platinum until 2000.
Well, how come I got a gold, don't I have a gold CD or a platinum CD
Yes.
that says 1 million sales?
Yeah, well, I
Wow.
have the original. No, I guess that's a gold record.
Yeah, that's a gold record. But when we went platinum, we got a CD.
Yeah, but that was later.
I don't remember. I don't know. Anyway, what was your question?
Did anybody from Rat approach you about joining them?
Yeah. But I at the time I still had a lot of belief in what we were doing, and their situation was falling apart, and ours was still climbing. So I thought that would not be a very smart move. Even though I love the guys, because touring with those guys was incredibly fun.
Yeah.
And all of them turned out to be great guys, and still get along with them to this day.
That's great.
Yep.
So who all have offers come in for you to be their guitarist? I know we talked Iron Butterfly and
That was a big one.
Yeah. Nothing really big, like the Throbs. I remember the guys in the Throbs the guitar player would call me while I was on the road. We were on the road after Blow My Fuse and trying to talk me out of gigs. And I told him I'd be stupid to quit now. And of course the Throbs, came and went. But he thought they were going to be huge. But
Who he?
the guy Roger, he was
Throbs.
Throbs. Danny Nordall's band.
Oh, okay.
And another one. Well, actually, I didn't get a call, but I found out afterwards. Shooting Gallery, which is another band that didn't do anything.
yeah, I've never heard of them.
Andy McCoy's band after Hanoi Rocks.
Okay.
He was considering, and then the singer suggested me as a guitar player, and Andy McCoy goes, he'll never leave Kicks, so I never even got the call.
You would have been great in Hanoi Rocks too. That's another band that fits your style.
Well,
Want me to call Mike up?
Yeah, I would do that in a second.
Yeah, I bet.
well, a band that you made through a couple auditions and was projected to get the spot. Tell us about that. That's pretty interesting.
That's when, if I didn't have anything else going on,
Right.
but the Wallflowers.
Yeah.
I did the initial audition, and they called me back. Well, I don't know. Like most people aren't familiar with the first record they put out. It's like really Stonesy and stuff. So I learned all the old songs and went in there, and it's right up my alley. So I didn't have any problem in it. And I was in what's it said, Jacob. He was like he would just start playing some new idea that he had, and I just joined in with him. So they ended up calling me back for a second audition, and I had to learn that album with One Headlight on it. And well, obviously I didn't get it.
Right.
but the only reason was because the guy that did the record, he decided to do the first leg of the tour to see how it went, and after that the record.
Yeah, they didn't know what that record was going to do. They didn't know it was going to blow up like that. So he saw that and he goes, "No, I ain't leaving this
Yeah.
gig."
Yeah.
And it's a good thing because,
Yeah,
I was on drugs then.
that's why you didn't get it.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
So why I'm glad I didn't get it.
Well, man, we could probably talk to you for hours, but unfortunately we're limited on time. And our producer's giving us the wrap it up
We need
sign.
to talk about Simple Pleasures.
Yes, my goodness.
Even though you're wearing a Simple Pleasures hat, and we advertise them every week, and
Yeah.
we love them to death. And
I just left Hunter.
I wish I would have had that when I smoked crack.
Well,
when you
use it
what?
to-
When you smoke crack?
Back when I smoked crack, that would have come in handy.
It is a nice crack lighter. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite crack, but
Any crack I have is my ass cracking.
Simple Pleasures, our local smoke shop here in Hagerstown. You hear us talk about it every week, and it's not because they pay us, it's because we truly believe they are the best shop around. Better than the dispensaries.
Hey, I'm starting to see things in the paper about they're coming down on THC 8 and 10. Have you seen this, Jamie? They're trying to change the laws and make it illegal.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to affect Hunter or not, but I've been keeping an eye on it. I don't know any new developments or if it's it's going to hurt anything.
We'll have to get Hunter in here at some point. Give us an update on that.
I'm sure he's got his finger on that.
He's all over it.
But anyway, those guys, they are the best. Every time I go by there, it's packed. I'll go by the dispensary and there's people trickling in and out. That place used to be a fucking line around that building. None more.
Yeah.
So, Hunter, you're doing it right. Simple Pleasures is the place to go.
You can place your order online, whether it's for pickup or for delivery. In either case, there's a place for a coupon code or a promo code. KIX20, KIX20, get you 20% off your order.
Can't beat that.
No, not at all. Brian, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Thank you all for joining us. Thanks, Brian. We'll see you next week.